What is up, guys? My name is Hassan and welcome back, everyone. As you guys know, I'm a Muslim investor, so Ramadan Mubarak to those of you guys who are fasting this month. Truly, it is a blessed month in which the Quran was revealed as a guidance to mankind. And you guys also know that I'm from New York City and the coronavirus is very real out here. So before we even get started, we want to talk about the health issue that is going on in New York City because if your health is not well, there's no point of investing. So almost New York City is pretty much on a quarantine or lockdown. We can see that New York City or New York currently has almost 300 cases. Out of that 300 cases, we have about 222,000 or 23,000 people have died so far. So what I want to focus on is that we're going to scroll down. So the daily new cases in the United States, we can see that this is exponential growth. In the beginning, it's very little. You can hardly see any of it. But as time goes on, it starts to increase exponentially. What I want to show you guys is that overall, the daily new cases is pretty much plateaued or is pretty much along this line right here, which is a very positive sign for the growth of the stock market and in our lives. Another thing I want to show you guys is the daily debt. Same thing, exponential growth and increases rapidly, and then it's pretty much daily debt in the United States pretty much has leveled off around 2K more or less. Today we're going to be showing you guys my Robinhood portfolio, which is around $17,000, and the companies that I'm holding. In addition, I'm going to be showing you guys my monthly dividend tracking sheet, which I'm going to show you in a bit. But before that, I want to talk about one of the reasons why I make these videos. One of the reasons why I show you guys my portfolio here is to motivate you guys to invest. I'm going to share with you guys a little powerful gem which I want you guys to pay attention to, and this is where you want to pull out your notepad. Other people's success does not reflect your failure. Instead, it should motivate you to do even better. In the stock market, we are all on the same team. If I have something that is good, you guys should take it and make it even better and make it grow from there. If you take a look at my portfolio, I have one thing in common. So you can see that most of my holdings, they all have a dividend. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button because it helps my channel grow and help me reach other people. I'm going to tell you why you need to subscribe to my channel, because we talk about very unique dividend growth companies that have very solid balance sheet that no one really is talking about, such as we have Gentex, PetMed, Expedia, Foot Locker, MMP. Hopefully one day, if you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully one day I'm able to earn your subscription. As always, I have to give you guys a quick disclaimer before we get started. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I know you personally or your financial situation. I'm not responsible for any of your gains or losses in the stock market. My suggestions are all suggestions. That does not mean you go out and buy these stocks. It is just a place for you to start your research, start your own due diligence. Remember, do not follow anybody blindly and then hold them accountable, because at the end of the day, you're the one who are making those decisions. Another important disclaimer I want to put out there is that all the information that I present to you guys are not mine. I get it from other people, videos, books, articles, 10K, 10Q, magazines, newspapers, and so on. And the only thing that might be mine is maybe my emotions or experience. So before we get started, I want to show you guys how the S&P 500 is doing. So currently we're at $2,878. If we look at 5 days, and then if we look at for 1 month, 6 months, and then if we say we look at, this is 6 months, we can see that, or let's look at 1 year. No, 6 months is a little bit better. We can see that 6 months we went down really quickly and we're coming back. So this shows that the market, even though with all these crazy things going on, the market is slowly recovering. And this has to do a lot of it with the Fed not letting the stock market crash even. They're adding as much ammunition as possible, stock market alive, to keep it afloat. So what I want to show you guys is that in the last 1 month, this S&P 500 has been growing massively. So if we take a look from here and we stretch it out, we get about almost 9.5% in growth in the last 1 month. A cool thing that I want to point out is that in my portfolio, that if we look at it for the last 1 month, it has increased about 16.6% or $2,400. It's just a cool thing to look at. That doesn't mean that I'm better than I am doing better than the market in terms of the short 1 month, but that doesn't mean I'm beating the market consistently. One of my goals is not to beat the market because I'm a dividend investor. So I want to show you guys. So for one day, I'm up about 3%, and if we look at for 1 week, I'm up about 7%. You can see here. If we look at it for 1 month, I'm up about 16.6%. And then if we go on for, if we look at for 3 months, I'm down 5.9%. And then for the 1 year, I'm down about 6%. So another thing that I want to point out here is like the volatility that we see here. We can see 18,000, and if we go down right here, we can see 17,000, and then at this point here, we're at 18,000, and then we're at like 18,000, and then we're going down to like 17. So there's a lot of volatility here. It's going up, down, which is actually a good sign. If you're able to capitalize on the volatility, you're able to buy your companies at a lower discount price. Volatility is not always bad. It's actually a great buying opportunity as long as you have cash and you're able to capitalize on it. Now I want to show you guys my monthly dividend chart. So this is the monthly dividend I've been receiving month after month. So if we look at it for the last few months, say December here, about $42, and then if we look at it for January, $19, February, $25, and then for March, about $51. And we can see that this chart, the monthly dividend month after month for the most part, is increasing, and I'm increasing my income. So next thing I want to show you guys is the average. So currently in the last 5-6 months, I'm averaging about, in this portfolio, I'm averaging about $30 per month. And then if we look at our total, we received for the last few months from this chart, we have received almost $300 in cash dividend that I've been paid, that I didn't even have to do anything. Just by investing in this company as a shareholder, giving me back money. So the next thing I want to show you is my goals. So here, I'm going to update a little bit here. It says February. Let's change this to March. So we can see here, in March, I received 51.52. And then in my other portfolio, in my M1 Finance, I received 38.74, guys. So if you haven't seen my M1 Finance videos, make sure you guys check that out in my previous videos. So in both of my portfolio combined, I have reached about $90 in dividend payment. So my goal for the end of the year was I want to be able to reach $100 in monthly income so I can substitute my bills. I'm actually a lot closer. We're already 4 or 5 months into the year, and I'm at $90. Hopefully, if this continues, I'm able to increase my dividend and hopefully reach my goal quicker. So you guys see this chart here, that this is a very beautiful chart that continues to motivate me to invest even more. This chart here is clear evidence that I'm not trying to beat the market. The purpose of my portfolio is to generate income, and that way one day I'll be able to live off my dividends. So you can see this nice chart increasing month after month for the most part. So now remember, my goal is to pay my bills. So here are my monthly expense. So electricity about $30, gas $25, internet $45, cell phone bill $95. So in total, for my monthly expense for the month of March was around $195. As we said, for my investment, I receive about $90 here, $90.26. So if we subtract it, my investments, my bills minus my investments, puts me at a negative $104. So let's write that in here. So this shows that I'm still not able to pay my bills, still not able to live off these dividends, not yet, but I am improving month after month. You can see here, as time goes on, soon I'll be able to break even, reach 0, and then eventually go surplus. So guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe and like the video. So now I want to show you guys the dividend that I have been receiving month after month. So these are the dividends I've been receiving for the month of March. We can see right here. So One of the greatest thing about owning so many companies, or a lot of companies, is that all these companies, they have a different payout date, which means that every single week we are getting paid. And these are the dividends I've been receiving in terms of the month of March. So here we received, so we can say Skyworks Solution, Pfizer, Honeywell, National Instrument, Johnson & Johnson, 3M, Microsoft, PBA, VET, Waste Management, NVIDIA, VFC, Contour brand, and then Tapestry. So total for the month of March, I received 14 different checks, or 14 different companies paid me as a shareholder, direct deposited. Before I show you guys my holding, let's take a question. What are the best dividend stocks with great potential or growth potential? So one of the first things that you want to focus on is their revenue increasing. The next thing, after you see that their revenue is increasing, you want to focus on their earnings. If the earnings and revenues is increasing, that's a very positive sign. That means that the company is growing. Another thing you want to look at is their payout ratio. You can see here Microsoft currently has a 36% payout ratio. That means they have a lot more room to grow their dividends. And we can see that their 5-year growth rate is about 10%. So if you are working in this company, or if you're as a shareholder, your income would grow at a 10.4% every 5 years, or 10.4% in terms of 5-year growth rate. Another thing that you want to look at is their dividend growth. So everything, their earnings is increasing, their revenue is increasing, they have a low payout ratio, a nice 5-year growth, and a dividend growth history. Another company that I want to talk about that no one else is hardly talking about is Gentex. I would say this is another great example that we can look at. So it's Gentex Corporation, has a payout ratio of 38%, 5-year growth rate of 8.6%, and dividend growth history of 16 years. So if you were to invest in this company, the share prices will increase, your dividend will increase year after year, and this is another great company to invest in. So one of the last things I want to do is I want to show you guys some of my holdings here that we have. AMD, Baozong, 12 shares of Waste Management, Texas Instrument, Johnson & Johnson, 3M, PBA, PetMed, and then if we scroll down, so I'm going to get to my unique companies that I have. So we have PetMed, NVIDIA, Microsoft, 12 shares of Cisco, Expedia, Contour brand, Skyworks Solution, Pfizer, and then we have about Gentex, 16 shares, 14 shares of Gentex. We have Foot Locker here, Broadcom, Honeywell, Merrick, there's MPX, check this company out, MMP, Escalate, VET. VET is actually a very risky company. And then we have Tapestry here. We got this Cal company, packaging company. We have EMR. We have this another shoe company. This is actually a bond, a Sukuk. We have High Crush, and then we have GPC. We have Colgate. So, and there's one more company that we have is Cliff. So I currently have about 37 to 38 companies, almost 48 companies. The reason why I invest in so many companies is that I can continue to get dividend throughout the month as time goes on. As always, guys, stay tuned, continue with the growth, stay blessed. As always, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you next time.